AI translation is changing cross-border law, but not the way you think. Episode outline. The translation problem courts actually see. How AI translation works and where it breaks. Taiwan's legal framework for cross-border disputes. The data privacy translation minefield. The right workflow for legal AI translation. Where cross-border law and AI are heading. Under Taiwan's Code of Civil Procedure Article 97, foreign language documents submitted to court must include a Chinese translation. Simple enough. But who certifies that translation? And what happens when the certified copy is just a polished ChatGPT output? This is the first question every cross-border lawyer needs to answer before anything else. White heavy checkmark the translation problem courts actually see. Soon coming up, how AI translation works and where it breaks. A Taiwanese startup signed a 12 million new Taiwan dollars licensing deal with a German firm. They ran the contract through an AI translator, signed it, moved on. 2 years later, a dispute erupted. The lawyer discovered Schiedsgericht had been translated as mediation, not arbitration tribunal. Those two words carry completely different legal consequences. The startup unknowingly waived binding arbitration rights. Here's how AI translation actually works and where it breaks. Tools like DeepL, GPT-4o, and Google Cloud Translation use transformer models trained on massive general language datasets. Because they're trained on general text, therefore they nail everyday language, but in other words, legal terminology is a specialist subdomain where every word carries jurisdiction-specific weight that general training cannot capture. White heavy checkmark the translation problem courts actually see how AI translation works and where it breaks. Soon coming up, Taiwan's legal framework for cross-border disputes. This scenario is based on a composite of real cases encountered in cross-border practice. Details have been altered. Taiwan's Arbitration Act Articles 40 through 51 govern foreign arbitral award recognition, implementing our obligations under the 1958 New York Convention, now signed by over 172 states. If your contract's arbitration clause is mistranslated, you may find yourself enforcing an award in a forum you never actually agreed to. Courts will hold you to the words on the page, not the intent in your head. White heavy checkmark the translation problem courts actually see how AI translation works and where it breaks Taiwan's legal framework for cross-border disputes. Soon coming up, the data privacy translation minefield. This is cross-border law in the AI age.